a little intense.
I can't get my head out of here.
I thought that was the end.
Yay!
I did it though.
I really like it. I'm just gonna start gluing wood to these and see how they turn out. This is certainly not the update that we wanted to give.
In the town on the hill where the apples grow, the church bells ring every hour or so. I took a little walk just to see the ships coming in. The sun rose up right above the highway. Black, blue, red, yellow, golden skyway. It's like the day that you jump into the wind. I can't go back down to that water again.
Today, we are going to do like 5 or 6 little projects that have been on our to-do list for a really long time, but we couldn't quite start them because other things had to be finished before we could do them. They're kind of fun, honestly, like mounting the projector, putting our pendant light up. They're real morale boosters, is what I would call them.
Yeah, these builds are long and grueling, and sometimes you need those little victories to keep you going. So it's nice we're at a point where we can do that. But man, it's been a lot to get here. But yeah, let's go do some fun stuff and start to make it feel a little more like our own space in here.
Yeah, this is the fun stuff list. And we are doing all of these things because we just finished our water system, and that means that we can put our mattress on the bed, which means we are going to spend our first night in the Mog. I cannot wait for this. First night in a new build is one of the best feelings.
Ooh!
Ooh!
That's nice. It's a little bright though. Honors? You want the honors? It's the first switch.
This one?
Yep. Just kidding, it's the third switch.
I was like, nope.
Oh. That was light.
The one we had in the bus was like this too.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's a nice warm color. It's really good.
Out of it.
Got my steel plate, really thick for no reason. It's like 3/8.
That's way too thick.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it back there. I will adhesive it eventually, but holds up just the magnet and the mount. In real life, it has to hold up the projector, which is a lot heavier. So I'm gonna route into this little circle where I traced and thin out the plywood a little bit so that this holds itself up with the projector. We did this in our bus and all our other builds. It's one of the coolest parts. Having a projector, you can move around the bus. It's amazing. Movie nights. It's the best. So now I have to route over my head. It'll be really fun. Oh, it's always a blast.
It's a little intense. Looking great.
Going really great. Actually, it is. My hood and all this stuff saved me. The moment of truth.
Will hold. How does it feel? Does it feel strong? Is it as strong as you want it to be? Yeah, seems so.
I think it's strong enough to like leave it up while you drive.
Oh, okay.
You know. Tuck the flashlight up in my hood here.
You look like an old coal miner. I mean that in the sweetest way possible.
I feel like one.
Oh, you guys are in the same formation here.
Right now, I am going to be finishing our closet doors. I have all of these slats. They're cut to 3/4 inch wide by 1/2 inch deep. I spent some time out in the workshop today getting those all cut so that I could come in here and just glue them and brad nail them to these pieces of ply. I'm going to do a fun design on the front of them so that they have a little bit more personality. In our other builds, we have done slat designs, and I've done the same design every time. We've been doing a lot of really intense projects on the MOG recently, so I'm excited to just kind of start these closet doors and just see what happens. I don't really have a very good plan. I know I'm gonna do the same style, but I'm gonna do a different design. I'm just gonna start gluing wood to these and see how they turn out. So, angle it like that.
Oh, that did it.
Got it? Yay!
That did it though. Dang, the worst is we could have put the mattress on for this.
I can't get my head out of here. Wait. No. Ow, ear.
Just squish your ear down. Oh, crisis averted. You don't have to live in the closet.
That's horrible. I thought that was there forever. I thought that was the end.
Oh, why do we do this to ourselves?
So right now I'm just going to put a coat of poly on all of these shelves. I've coated all our other drawers in the poly just to protect it. And I want to be able to wipe this out because it has the potential to just get dusty and dirty and scraped up. So I want to protect the shelving, and I didn't have time to do that before the Unimog got here and it was time to install the closet. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we're going to load our clothes into the closet because we need a place to put our clothing. Right now everything is just in packing cubes, which is good because all of the packing cubes can just be stacked in this closet and they'll be really organized. But right now I'm just going to focus on protecting all of the wood in this closet. It'll feel a lot more homey once our clothes are in here. Now that Drew's power system is up and running, we are gonna get the refrigerator turned on for the very first time.
Just gotta throw this fuse in. Should come on.
Okay.
See if I can pick the right fuse size. Alright.
It's on, it says Vitri.
Oh, wow. Is that LED on it? Oh, wow. That's fancy.
I didn't know that whole thing was a display.
That is very fancy.
Oh, man.
They're both at 39 degrees.
Let me move this over here.
Hey, it's on.
Show you guys the display.
This is exciting.
There's a light.
Oh, there's a light?
There's a light.
That's cool.
When you open the drawer. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A light.
Oh, the light is
Never
in the
had
drawer.
that.
See it? That's awesome. Like even when it's out here, it's lit up. It's not from inside the unit. Yeah, so even if you somehow left it open, it won't stay open right there. But if it was out, I bet you drive one little turn, it's like it locks itself.
And yeah, it has locks on the drawer. So the drawer isn't opening without you pulling it. Now we have to do the most important part of the whole process, and that is peeling all of the stickers off of the stainless steel. So I think it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
I vote difficult, but also satisfying.
See? The rest is one big sheet.
We got a corner.
Oh, you're gonna go from the top? Alright, ready? Nice and slow. Try to get like nice, even, multiple hands on it.
Doing it!
Yeah!
This little hook in here might seem really insignificant, but every time we would go to empty the gray water tank, we would pull it out, unscrew it from the tank, take the tank outside, dump it, bring it back, and realize that all the water from this drain pipe had spilled all over the mat on the bottom. So now we can unscrew it, hook it upwards on the wall, and it's nice and firm in place so it's not going to fall off and spill everywhere while we're dumping the tank. These are kind of just the little things that you realize after you've installed something and you're using it. It's really hard to anticipate everything like that. Just for a cheap little $5 hook, it does the job. This little drawer handle is one that we got when we bought the bus, and I first built that dog food and water drawer for Mateo, and the handle looks just like Mateo. In reality, I think it's a baby deer, but it looks exactly like him, and Pablo looks like Mateo, so it also looks like Pablo. We just had to take it out and put it into this build too because it's Mateo's special little drawer handle. He kind of looks like the drawer handle right now. Mateo. That's the exact pose. Good job, buddy. There's only 2 dishes here, and there's only 2 holes in the drawer. There's a second one of these, and Mateo and Pablo can't eat next to each other because Pablo will try and take all of Mateo's food. So this is going to become just a water dish in the front so that we can pop the drawer open a little bit and they'll have access to water. And then I'm going to take the second one and stack it up with this one. I just don't have it with me right now. And those will just sit there until it's meal time, and I can take the second one out and feed Pablo on the other side of the box. Is that your drawer? Is that your drawer? Is it? Yeah. Can you open it? Got it. You got it. That's your drawer. Is your drawer? I wouldn't really call this a little project, but it's a fairly simple one. It's just a square pantry cabinet that I'm gonna build underneath the bed on the house side of the water tank. There's about 9 inches of space right there, but we really need the pantry space. That is what this space is gonna be for us, because otherwise it's kind of just vertical, unusable space. So first I'm gonna build the cabinet. It's just 1 shelf, making 2 spaces, and then there will be a face that goes on that bed frame to kind of complete the whole look. All right. Are we ready? Are you gonna get in your bed? You sit in your bed? Okay. Pablo wants to be involved too. There you go, bud. Good job. Well, this is certainly not the update that we wanted to give. When we last talked to you, we were doing all of our little morale boosting projects here in the Unimog, and it's been a few weeks since then. The reason that we didn't really get to finish all of those projects is because Mateo got hurt. Mateo got really hurt. Our best guess as to what happened is that he jumped off this bed. We did hear him jump off. There's a slippery FRP floor. We don't have our flooring in yet. We heard him yelp, and in the coming days he just got worse and worse to the point where he stopped using his back legs, which was really jarring.
Yeah.
That was really tough to see him like that. And so, of course, our whole life kind of changed in the last few weeks. We took him to the vet, and they said that he was suffering from some sort of spinal injury. They weren't 100% sure, but they think it's IVDD related, which is very common with dogs that have long backs like Mateo. He's part Dachshund and a few other breeds that have elongated spines. So he's just at a greater risk for hurting his back, which is exactly what he did.
We waited about a week and he kept getting worse and using his legs less and less. So we went to the vet, like you said, and they said you got to start with 6 to 8 weeks of cage rest. Pretty strict. Can't really let him move around other than go to the bathroom. Even after going to the vet, he got worse for like another week or so, where he kept using his legs less and less, where he was almost just dragging himself just to go out to the bathroom, which is pretty discouraging. So after talking with the vet, they said we have to start him on some pain medication, a couple other things, just muscle relaxer, stuff like that. But mainly he needed 6 to 8 weeks of cage rest, which is kind of a lot. He can't really do anything, and he needs to be kind of watched the whole time, as well as just taken care of. So it's been pretty challenging, to be honest. Luckily, your grandma has watched him a lot, which has helped us get some work done during the day. At least he could go there. But then he sort of seemed to have like a low point one day, and then the next day he started to improve slowly. So he started to try to take full steps with his back legs. And over the last week or so, he has started moving around a lot more. So we're feeling pretty hopeful. And he's starting to goof around with Pablo again, too, which now he's on his back. He wouldn't do anything. First couple of weeks, he didn't even want to leave the cage.
Yeah.
Now the new challenge is he doesn't want to be in there because he feels left out.
Which is great.
Which is good.
That's best case scenario, because for a while there, we didn't know if we were looking at a dog wheelchair, if we were looking at really severely limited mobility, if he'd ever get the use of his back legs back. We really had no idea, and it was a wait and see kind of thing. If we were looking at maybe back surgery for him, there was a lot of what ifs. It was just kind of a dark time because we really didn't know what the future was going to look like for him, and he's a member of our family, so we wanted to do what was right for him. We had just bought the truck, we had just started the build. You know, this build is a little bit different. The bed is a bit higher, and we had planned to make little steps for the guys on the front of the bed, but we hadn't made them yet. And this happened before we got a chance to even make them. So those will absolutely be happening on the front of this bed in some configuration, but we just didn't get there in time, which that hurts a little bit. But we're making it through, and we kind of didn't know how to update all of you guys on this huge life event that happened to us during this build, because it has been very tough. A build is stressful, and it's our personal build, so we're moving our things into here slowly, trying to get a place to live, and now Mateo is injured. Things have gotten better. Things are looking up. We're very, very hopeful about what the future will hold for this guy. The vet thinks that he could be back to normal at the end of the 8 weeks, maybe even a few months down the line, he should be fully healed. So we're feeling pretty good about that. You are so goofy. I'm so happy to see this. He was just a blob in his cage for weeks, like not moving. His little personality was gone. He was just in so much pain. So this makes me so happy.
No, he's just being goofy again.
You're so goofy. So we got a few things done before this happened. We got the closet doors on, we got the light up, we did a bunch of things, and that's what you just saw before this. But one thing we didn't do is get our strip lights under the overhead cabinets. So we're gonna do that tonight. We have our mattress in here, and I have a brand new duvet cover, brand new sheets. We are just gonna make this bed. We're gonna get really cozy. We're gonna put our strip lights in, and then I got ingredients for a special winter cocktail.
Ooh, fancy.
I never make cocktails.
No.
Ever. But this one sounded so fun. It has whole sticks of cinnamon in it. And it's winter time here. It's super cold. We need a mood booster. Just a nice low-key, stress-free night in the build, enjoying all of the work that we've done this far. The vet finally said that Mateo could hang out with us in his bed right next to us. The main thing is that he doesn't jump or try to play or do any extreme movements that could hurt his back even more. So we're pretty excited to just have him sit with us and feel like it's a normal night in the build. Making the bed on a bed that's surrounded by a wall on 3 sides.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Oh,
Basically 4.
pretty used to it by now.
Pretty much 4 sides.
I know. All right, new. This is dark blue. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It might look black, but it is dark blue. Okay, this is promising. Got it. Shake it down. Hi, buddy. Good steps. Good steps, bud. Good job, buddy. You don't like when he's dancing? Fun.
Give him the big bad test. There you go.
Okay, Mateo, you're gonna have to move, buddy. I get you. Good job, sir. Ooh.
That's a lot of light.
Yeah, it's stuck pretty good. So, I am going to make a cocktail for us tonight. I'm going to do a spiced honey bourbon old fashioned. But I don't have honey, so I'm going to do agave. I would have done maple syrup, but I also don't have any maple syrup. That would have been my first choice. So, it's actually spiced agave bourbon old fashioned. I've never done anything like this before, so let's try it out. Oh, can you go get the ice? The ice being stored outside is the vibe of this drink. Like cinnamon sticks, rosemary, everything's spiced, and the ice is stored outside. Because this is a winter cocktail.
Let's pull it out.
You know, the apple is almost giving it like tropical vibes.
You going for a tropical
I'll put it in there.
vacation?
How do you rate this cocktail? This is probably the first cocktail I've ever made.
Wow.
No, that's not true. We've made margaritas sometimes.
Looks like a meal. Presentation, you know, it's not professional, but I'd give it a 6.5 for trying. Looks pretty good.
6.5. Does the scale go up to 7?
Yes, the scale goes to 7.
Cheers. I really
Hold
like
on.
it.
Let me try it. Does taste like winter or Christmas season. The rosemary is literally hitting me in the nose when I take a sip. It's a little pungent.
It's just garnish. I genuinely had no idea if this was gonna be good or not.
You dip the apple in. Almost like a meal. It's got a winter flavor about it.